this is Carrie Fabulous, and I am here today to let you know about my breast reduction. I have been getting a lot of questions. People keep emailing me, asking me all the time how it was, and especially for people who want to do the same thing. So I am here to answer your questions, and the things that I failed to answer, you could ask me in the comment section, and I'll also answer that in another video if I missed anything here. So the question I asked, the number one question is if I got the breast reduction. Yes, I got the breast reduction. It's been over 7 months now. I did it in May, and yeah, when I first did the consultation, did a consultation probably 2 years ago, and then I was scared to do it, so I let it slide. Then I wanted to do it again, so I do another consultation at another doctor, and then they decided to do it, and then I was denied by my insurance, and then they appealed it, and then it went through because I have really large breasts, and also that it hurts my back and my shoulders, and also that it prevents me from doing a lot of things at the time, and I could hardly breathe. I could hardly breathe now. I can hardly breathe now too because it's so tight under here, but I have that aspect of it where it was causing a little bit of problem, although I do miss my boobs, I must say. Yeah, so just a little bit up. As y'all might can tell, I do have good amount of boobs remaining. See, ma fix that here, but my boobs is still there. I went from a J to right now I'm like an E, because as y'all can tell, my waist is very small, or underneath my bosom is very tiny. So because of that, the proportion to what my breast is and what my body size is, which caused me to be a little bit larger, even though for some people it might be different. So when I did the breast reduction, I must say it's the most painful thing in the world. As of now, I haven't had any kids yet, but I think, well, if I had had a kid, it would have been better. Because that pain is so painful. It's so painful, and even though I had pain medicine, I didn't take a lot because I don't like taking medication, and I don't like having things happening to my body that I don't know what's gonna happen. But that was very painful. When it comes to my doctor, I would suggest, if you're gonna do something like this, to select a doctor that's close to home. My doctor was 45 minutes away, and it seemed nice and fun at that time, but after the surgery where I have to drive back all the time to get my checkups and stuff like that, it wasn't fun. And so I had done a consultation with another doctor here in my Charleston where I live at, and he was nice, but I chose the other doctor. I don't know why, because he's quiet, and I don't know why I'm attracted to those type of persons. My husband is quiet, and let's not talk about the others, but yeah. So that was that. A question I get is the scarring. Yes, I do have scars, and I have one from here to the middle of my breast, and then I have one around the nipple. Then because my breast was so big and it extended onto my arm, under my arm, they cut that out too, so I have one under there. So I have one under here, one under my arm, and then also around the nipple and down here. So because they had to like make a T shape to take the nipple off, take the fat out and put it back together, and that's why. They took 4 pounds of fat from me. So can you imagine that weight? Because my breast seems like it's the same size now, except it doesn't have that bounciness and stuff like that. It's just firm on my chest. So basically they took half my breast. And I still wish these were bigger sometimes, But to some people, if I don't tell them that I had a breast reduction, they think I had implants. Like, people be asking me if I did you do something to your breast? Like, did you do an augmentation? And I keep telling them after that, as a matter of fact, I took 4 pounds off, so no, there's no augmentation. And they find it ridiculous, but yeah. Big breast is in my family from my grandfather's side, because I have a grand aunt which her boobs are like at her knees. Yeah, they're really big. And back in Jamaica, they don't do a lot of that because this surgery is really expensive. I thought initially when I was going into it would be around $5,000, but it was over 3 times that. Yeah, this surgery was over 3 times that, and this was almost $20,000 to do this surgery. It's a lot of money, and most of it is because the doctor fee is fine because it's around that pricing, but then the anesthesia is what's the other big portion of it. And then they charge you for the medical bra that they give you, then they charge you for the pill that they would give it to you in the hospital, they charge you for the aspirin. Yeah, $2 for one aspirin, or $5, or I don't know, but they do charge you for that. My experience overall has been traumatic, in the sense that the pain, just the pain, and when I got out of it, my boobs were so small, I thought they weren't gonna come back, or I guess because they were in their initial stage, they were just done. And which my doctors say I'm not gonna see the full result of the surgery now, because yeah, they're gonna come and they're gonna drop, and then there's gonna be the scarring and everything. So initial process of my breast, when it was just done, it was perfect. I mean, perfect. It wanted it to be bigger, but it was perfect. Yes. It's felt different, like not wearing bra at the time, because those days I could not wear bra and still be fabulous, because I've always had to wear bra since I was 12. And even in middle school, early school, I had to be wearing bra because my breast was so big, and people used to make fun of me through school all my life, from primary school up to which is middle school here, and then high school. I got more teasing in high school because then they were bigger, and then that, you know, everybody's trying to get into themselves, find themselves and stuff like that. So I was teased mostly at William Nib by other people, and not as much as teasing as people would look at me, point at me, and I think I was just all, you know, I was shy. I'm still a little shy, and I want to be brave and stuff. Be brave, but I was a little bit shy back then. But it's funny that the things that people tease you about when you were back in high school and when everybody was there is a thing that end up becoming your asset when you are an adult. And I guess they actually understand that. They see your potential. I would say they were like haters back then, but I just think they were making fun because we were all kids. But I didn't like it, and I used to go home and pray every night that my breast would go down. I used to put my hand on my chest and just pray to God and say, God, you could do it now. And sometimes I didn't even think it was going down, but it was just me squishing it. But I wanted my breast to go so bad because people used to tease me 24/7. I don't think high school for me wasn't so much fun. I was one of the role models in high school, but I had a lot of things going on in my head because I knew at the time I wanted to be better and everything, but I digress. But that was one of the reasons. Maybe if I was in Jamaica too, I probably wouldn't have done this reduction, because in Jamaica everybody have big boobs and it's just fun. Now that I have big boobs, now that I do not have such huge boobs, I look at people with big boobs and sometimes I feel like I get jealous. Even though I know mine is just as big or even bigger because I have a tiny body, but with that one I could feel the breast. So that's another thing, coming up to feeling the breast. There's a little numbness in my breast under here. It's kind of coming back now, but initially when I just did my boobs, under here was very numb. I couldn't feel anything. But my nipples, I must say, girl, yes, they are super sensitive. I actually have to wear a nipple pad over it to the silicone ones, because the silicone does help with the scarring, but my nipples are so much more sensitive than what it used to be before. It used to be very sensitive before, but now I can't even touch it. Even if I'm not gonna do anything, I just have to keep them out the way, otherwise I'll be like turned on in a minute or something like that. But so that's good. Now I'm getting more and more scarring, which doesn't bother me as long as my breast is there. And but if I do decide that I need to go back and get the scarrings fixed, I will, because especially in African American women, or just African American in general, we scar differently. We have keloids. So the surgery took 3 hours. Initially my doctor thought it was gonna be like 2 hours, but as I said in earlier videos, that he underestimated how huge my breasts were in comparison to my body. I actually wanted a D or full D. So even though these are big, these are exactly where I want them. When after you know, now they're standing up there nicely, but I wanted them a little bit bigger, which is totally ridiculous. But I guess I'm used to the attention. It feels more like me. My breasts were me, because that's what people knew me about. They're still me because I can feel them, but now they fit more proportion to my body. And sometimes I wear some clothes I can already tell I have it, so I'm gonna put some silicone in there and make them bigger. Yeah, it's just me. I'm used to my breasts. The first thing when I woke up, I realized that my back wasn't hurting. That was the first thing that I realized when I woke up. My back didn't hurt, which was wonderful. I didn't know that was possible because my back usually hurt every day. Even at work, and I used to do a lot of standing, so that used to be a problem. The grooves in my shoulder are going away little by little because my breast was so heavy, so it used to put the weight used to be so much on my shoulder that my straps used to cut into my skin, but now that is kind of diminishing, which I really like. And I could wear better clothes now, probably even the same clothes that I had, but because now they look more form-fitting on me. And for me, it's best if I wear tight-fitting clothes, because then you could see my curves. When I wear big clothes that fits my breast but doesn't fit my body, then I look fat and overweight. So I didn't like that look, and sometimes now I really don't like it, because now, you know, my breast is not that big anymore, but some of the stuff I need to change out my closet. I did went shopping, and there are a few stuff I love. Talk about shopping. I love Jamaica because then I could find so many stuff I could wear that I really like, and can be form-fitting and fashion forward. I'm here in West Virginia in the boondocks, so I don't get as much fun clothes to wear. So overall, the surgery was successful. The pain, would I do it again? If I could go back without the pain and the back problems and my clothes not fitting, because I really did it, but come to think of it, I really did it because I wanted to look better in my clothes, because I wanted to be fabulous and be like everybody else. But this is not something that you should enter without having a good mental, strong mental capability, because that's why people don't really do surgery on people who are depressed, because then they might even get depressed more. So you have to know what you want to really do the surgery, because I was looking to be more fabulous and stuff, which sometimes I still don't look fabulous, and I think about that all the time, but at least I could find things that fit me better, you know, even though my breasts are still big, so it's still a problem, but they're not, you don't have that extra overflow, you know. At least I could try to fit these, so that's something good. But make sure that you're in a good mental state before you do something like this, because the anesthesia can have a bad effect on you. Like the first week when I get out of my surgery, I was depressed totally. I do have depression, suffer from depression, but I was totally depressed. I lost so much weight, which is fine. I'll take that. I lost so much weight, but I realized too how not needy I am, but how weird and different I am, because someone was taking care of me. I was by husband's mother and sister, so they were taking care of me, and they did a good job. I mean, phenomenal job. But I realized how picky I was. They'll ask me, do you want ice cream? I said yes, but I need it this way, that much milk, and that coffee, and I need it to be with this spoon and stuff like that. Too much. I realized I found out so much things about myself, and I came home because I was like, this is too much to be putting on people. I couldn't take a shower for days, probably weeks. Jason took care of me. He, you know, take care, make sure my coochie was clean and make sure my arm was clean and smelling good, so when friends came over, I was smelling and looking good. Girl, I didn't wear any makeup. I just went to the doctor's office in Jason's shirt, yes, in his pants, I mean his basketball shorts, and his slippers. I dressed like a guy because I wasn't about to get up and put makeup on. First of all, I couldn't do anything, and I just grab a wig on and go. Sometimes I didn't even wear a wig. I just wear my natural hair with my alopecia and everything. Yeah, that's so much of a pain I was in. So if you have any other questions that I probably missed out, let me know. They do give you something after the scar. It's like a T-square silicone wrap to go around the breast to prevent you from scarring after a couple months. My doctor thought I was healing well. I haven't seen him like in 4 months now, and I think I need to go back and get a checkup. But in truth and in fact, if you don't have to do a breast reduction, don't do it. But if you think you want to do it, do it. But the pain is tremendous. For me, it was kind of traumatic. Not the procedure itself, because I thought initially I was gonna, when I woke up, it was so funny. I was like, are you guys ready? Because I didn't know we had already done the surgery. So that was good, and I woke up because I was actually scared, and that's one of the reasons I have a death phobia. So I think about death all the time, and I think about I'm gonna have an aneurysm all the time because my grandparents died of that. But I digress. But actually that part went well, and I'm happy it went how it went, because I tried, in my head I wanted to stop the surgery twice. One, when they were taking my vitals, and two, when they were wheeling me into the room, the operating room waiting area. So that's it, guys. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment below and ask me. I'll make a separate video with all the concerns. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you guys so much for your love and support and your reaching out to me. I really appreciate it. Some people emailed me, Instagram me, Facebook, and also even here on YouTube to reach out to me to see what's happening. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll speak to you in my next video. Bye. Alright, so give me a little show. See there, this is my boobs, this is under my boobs, and then yeah, there, I want them up like this, like melons on my chest though, but what to tell. Alright, sometimes they make me look fat, but oh well, I love them.